This is how you're actually gonna change your life in 2025.
If you don't think that this is gonna be your best year, then why would it be? That is the one thing that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? You have to believe in yourself.
Hi guys, I wanted to share with you guys how I'm planning on making 2025 my best year because these are tips and tricks that everybody can use. I just want you guys to have a really good year as well. I've been meaning to update you guys on my life. I had a bit of a rough start to the new year and I've just been wanting to update you on where I've been. I've been debating on whether or not I should shorten the story, but I feel like all of the details are necessary. If you guys don't care, it's chill. I'll put a timestamp here that you can skip to if you just want to hear how to make 2025 your best year. But if you do care, thank you. I will tell the story now. For some context, I was scheduled to work on Christmas Eve from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's the busiest day of the year for the place that I work at. There was no way I could get out of this shift. And my boyfriend and I also had flights booked to go see my parents for Christmas on Christmas Day. I think that's all of the context that you need. It was the morning of Christmas Eve. I walk out to my living room and I see one of the cat's toys on the floor. Now, I usually am so good about putting all of their toys away. I don't leave anything out because I'm terrified that they're gonna eat something or get into something that they're not supposed to. But I had just forgotten about this one toy. Literally the worst toy that I could have forgotten about. I'll put a picture of what it was. Why I bought this in the first place, I don't know. Okay, if I could go back in time and slap myself in the face when I was buying this, I would. But you live and you learn. Clyde likes hair ties. I thought he would like this toy, whatever. Anyways, I walk out, look at the floor, and the scrunchie is there, but every single hair tie around it, gone. I turn my apartment upside down looking for them. They're nowhere to be found. So I'm panicking. I'm full on panic mode because I'm realizing that Clyde ate these hair ties. Now, I have two cats. I have Clyde, who's an orange cat, and I have Willow, who's a black cat. Willow is a little angel baby. She doesn't do anything stupid. She's so well behaved, which is why I knew it was Clyde. I am realizing that I need to take Clyde to the emergency vet, but also I have to go to work. I can't get out of this shift. I will get fired if I don't show up today. I go to wake up my boyfriend, who had only been sleeping for like 2 hours. He was up late playing video games. Poor guy was only running on 2 hours of sleep, but I woke him up and I was like, Seb, you have to take Clyde to the emergency vet. He ate hair ties and I have to go to work. Seb leaves to go to the vet with Clyde. I go to work. So like 2 hours into my shift, I finally get a call from Seb and he tells me that the vet wants to talk to me. She tells me on the phone that he has 3 hair ties in his stomach and 1 in his small intestine that need to be surgically removed. So I'm immediately thinking of the amount of money that I'm gonna have to spend on this surgery. I had a number in mind that I thought was a little higher than what it was actually gonna be, but I was like keeping that number in mind because I'm like, okay, like this is probably the max amount of money that I'm gonna have to spend on this. I also was realizing that I was not going to be able to go home for Christmas the next day because I obviously had to take care of my cat. I'm at work, obviously I have to collect myself and talk to customers and be a functioning part of the team. But the vet lets me know that she's going to call me back with an estimate of how much the surgery is going to be. So I hang up, keep doing my job, and I get a call a little bit later. Take that number that I had in mind earlier that I already thought was a little higher than what it was actually going to be. Double it. That's how much the estimate was. Okay, my knees buckled. Immediately started sobbing. I ran to the back of the store, had a full-on panic attack. I had no idea what to do. I had never heard of a surgery being that much in my entire life. I was just in disbelief. It was the worst feeling ever and also so embarrassing. I can't believe I sobbed that hard in front of all of my coworkers. I'm just a mess, but again, I try to collect myself because it's so busy at the store and I want to help out. I go back up to the front. My manager's asking if everything's okay. I tell her what they told me the estimate was and she starts crying for me. And she's like, just go home. Like, please go home and be with your cat. So I rushed to the emergency vet. I was lucky enough to be in a position where I could pay for his surgery. Completely different topic, but the fact that there is no sort of payment plan that you can do for this kind of stuff, absurd. Moving on. So I pay the deposit that we had to pay. Clyde gets his surgery. He does extremely well. And then we're told that it's a 10 to 14 day healing period. Now during this healing period, Clyde wasn't allowed to run, jump, or mess with his stitches at all. I don't know if you guys have any idea how hard it is to keep a cat from running, jumping, and cleaning themselves, but it was the worst 10 days of my life. It was like taking care of a newborn baby. I couldn't take my eyes off of Clyde. We had him in this like big playpen thing. He had to wear a cone, but he hated that playpen, truly. 10 straight days of my life where I couldn't really do anything besides watch Clyde, but he healed just fine. He's all back to normal, thank goodness. 2 days after he was all better, LA caught on fire. So it was just a wonderful start to the new year, but you know what? I kept kept a positive mindset. I knew that it was all gonna be fine. Now I can work on my goals. Anyways, that's what I was up to. Long story short, Clyde needed to have surgery. I couldn't go home for Christmas, and then LA caught on fire. Now let me tell you how to make 2025 your best year yet. This is the planner that I'm using for this year. It's from Papier. If you guys wanted to get a similar one, I have a link in my description that'll get you $10 off your first purchase. But I love these because you can kind of customize them. I put my name on it, and then it also says 2025, my best year yet, because yes, I'm that confident that this is gonna be my best year. And that leads me to the most important tip of this video, and that is to keep a positive mindset. If you believe that this is going to be your year, then it will be. And same goes for the opposite. If you don't think that this is gonna be your best year, then why would it be? If you don't believe in yourself, why would it be your best year? You know what I'm saying? You have to believe in yourself and keep that positive mindset throughout the year. Also, if you're somebody that doesn't like journaling, this may not be the video for you because all of these tips kind of have to do with journaling. I found that that is the most effective way, at least for me, to keep up with my goals and to just visualize what I want out of my life and out of this year. I feel like this is way easier said than done, but the one thing that I'm doing this year to make sure that it's my best year is acting like I'm already living my dream life. Let me explain. I'm gonna go through a couple of journal prompts that I've done that have kind of shaped how I want my year to go. And I feel like the most effective one for me was asking myself what my daily routine would look like if I was living my dream life. Mine personally, if I was living my dream life, I would be waking up early, doing a Pilates workout or going on a walk in the morning. I would drink coffee or matcha while reading or journaling. I honestly just want to stay off of my phone in the morning, and I feel like reading or journaling is a good alternative to that. I'd be working my dream job. I'd be eating healthy, good food for every meal, and then spending quality time with my boyfriend. Just overall living a happy, fulfilled life, and also making good money. Now for my dream routine, obviously I can't just wake up tomorrow and start working my dream job. I wish it was that easy. But if there are things that you can't physically do tomorrow, then substitute it. So for mine, rather than working my dream job tomorrow, I'm gonna do things that help me work toward my future career. So whether it's homework to get my degree, working on my portfolio, or doing social media stuff, all of those things help me work towards my dream career. And that's the substitution. Once you have your daily routine kind of figured out, you're just gonna start doing it. For the past couple of years, I've just been waiting to wake up one day and feel super motivated and ready to change my life. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it never happens. I have gone to bed so many times thinking that I'm gonna wake up the next day being so motivated and productive, and I just wake up and I don't wanna do anything. So that's where discipline plays a huge role. If you don't have discipline, none of this is possible. I've been trying to practice discipline in my life with easy daily tasks. So like flossing, for example. I used to never floss consistently, which I feel like is gross, but also I know half of you guys don't floss every day. But I decided that one act of discipline for me was going to be flossing every single day, and I have flossed every single day since then. Same with doing the dishes before I go to bed. If there's dishes in the sink, they have to be done before I go to sleep. I hope that makes sense. Just like pick something that's easy and a good habit and just practice that. And then once you get the hang of one of them, start stacking them. I feel like I'm explaining this so poorly. I wish I could just put you guys in my brain and share my thoughts that way instead of having to verbalize them. I don't know. Hopefully this is making sense. Just find an easy way to practice discipline, because then doing bigger things will be a lot easier, because like working out every day is a way harder act of discipline than flossing my teeth every night. But because I practiced flossing my teeth every night and a bunch of other little things, it's easier for me to now work out every day. Practice discipline. I'll leave it at that. It's also super important to not be too hard on yourself. Obviously, there are going to be days where you're not aligned with the dream version of yourself, and that's completely okay. Like one of my things in my daily routine is to wake up early. I'm not going to wake up early every single day, and that's fine as long as I'm trying. You know what I'm saying? That is the one thing that I'm doing to make this year my best year. I'm just acting like I'm already living my dream life. Next, we're going to move on to journal prompts that you guys can do, because truly, I feel like journaling is going to be one of the most beneficial things for my mental health and accomplishing my goals this year. Like I said, it just makes it easy to visualize what I want. The first journal prompt is to write down the things that you're going to accomplish this year. Basically all of your goals and New Year's resolutions. Some of my goals this year are to fall back in love with content creation, start a portfolio for my future career. I want to feel truly confident and proud of myself. I want to speak more Spanish, work out consistently, put more effort into friendships and relationships, read more, listen better. It's super easy to set a goal for yourself but actually accomplishing the goal is a whole nother story. So when you're making your goals, think about how you're actually going to accomplish them. So the next journal prompt that you're gonna do is write down how you're going to accomplish all of these goals. So for example, I want to fall back in love with creating content this year, and one way that I'm gonna do that is to film what I love. I'm gonna post twice a week on YouTube. I'm gonna interact with my audience, because that is my favorite part of doing social media, is interacting with you guys. Please comment. I really love reading your comments. To work out consistently, I'm gonna be doing daily Pilates workouts at home. I just cannot do in-person gyms. It's not my thing. There's no way that I can be consistent at an in-person gym. It's just scary and I don't want to do it, but I can easily do a workout at home every day. I also want to speak more Spanish this year. Duolingo just isn't cutting it for me. I have a 730-day streak on there and I feel like I've learned nothing. I'm gonna utilize different language learning apps. There's one called Language Transfer that I really want to use, and then I just need to be more confident in speaking Spanish, because I know a lot of words. I'm just afraid to use them because I don't want to butcher the pronunciation, but there's really no way that I'm gonna learn unless I try. Those are just a few examples. Just make sure that you know exactly how you're going to accomplish your goals. It just makes your goals seem a lot more realistic and actually possible. The next journal prompt asks, what are your intentions for each month of this year? So this is one that you're gonna do every month of the year. I feel like my example isn't great, but for January, I wrote down that I want to find a consistent flow on social media. I don't know what my intention is gonna be for next month. I'll figure that out when it's February 1st, but I thought this was a really creative journal prompt. I saw someone do it on TikTok. I think this one is cool because you can pick one thing to focus on each month and just put all of your effort into that. The next one asks, what are my words for this year? I picked 3 words to basically define my year, and I picked lucky, dedicated, and confident. I don't know what else to say about that one. I just thought it was kind of fun. You can also write a letter to your future self. I have yet to do this one, but I really, really want to. I think it'd be really cool to read at the end of the year and to just see how far I've come. The last one is the one that I talked about first, but what would your daily routine look like if you were living your dream life? Those are all of the journal prompts. I feel like I kind of ramble in these videos, and honestly, I don't know if I make any sense until I edit, but hopefully this helps some of you guys. If you take away anything from this video, just remember to keep a positive mindset throughout the year. If you believe that this is your year, it will be your year. Practice discipline and act like your dream life is already yours. If you guys are still watching at this point, comment down below one of your New Year's resolutions. I'm curious as to what your guys' goals are this year. I hope this was somewhat motivating. I feel like these things have gotten me really excited for this year, and I want you guys to feel the same way. If you have any other tips or tricks on how to make 2025 your best year, let everybody know. That's about all I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.